say
Great confidence from your leader, right?
It's live stream.
It's live stream.
Okay, so we're live.
Okay, welcome everyone. We're going to begin our meeting. This is our special meeting of council, Monday, July the 11th, and we're being live streamed electronically. So welcome everybody to our meeting. And if we can open our meeting by having a moment of silence, please. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. We have a motion. It was moved by Councillor Carroll and seconded by Councillor Jennings. Oh.
You're on the public meeting.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, it's on the email.
Okay. Okay, then we're this is going to be our opening of our meeting, a public meeting, and it's regarding the zoning amendment bylaw. And this is also July the 11th, as I said, and the introduction, I'm going to read it, I guess. The purpose of this meeting, public meeting, is to hear the following applications for zoning bylaw amendment. That being ZB 22001 McEwen and Douglas, and ZB 22002 Dizelle. The planner will provide a brief overview of the file. The applicant will be given an opportunity to explain the need for the zoning bylaw amendment, and then any person or public body in opposition, and then the application will be heard. If a person or public body does not make oral or written submissions at a public meeting, or does not make written submissions to the Township of Montague before the bylaw is passed, the person or the public body may not be added to the hearing of an appeal before the Ontario Land Tribunal, OLT, unless, in the opinion of the tribunal, there are reasonable grounds to do so. If you wish to be notified of the decision of council in respect to any of the below listed applications, you must submit a written request to the clerk, or you must sign the attendance list provided at tonight's meeting. This will also entitle you to be advised of a possible Ontario Land Tribunal hearing. The clerk must provide notice of council's decision to all those who request a copy within 15 days after the day the bylaw is passed. Anyone may appeal the decision to the tribunal by filing with the clerk within 20 days of the notice of decision. An appeal to the tribunal may be filed with the clerk of the Township of Montague not later than 20 days after the day that the notice of decision was given. The notice of appeal must set out the objection to the bylaw and the reasons in support of the objection, accompanied by the required fee. I also must say that if there's a disclosure of pecuniary interest and general nature thereof, you can declare it now or anytime during the meeting. And to approve the agenda, do I just ask for moving second here?
For the public meeting, approval of agenda, yeah.
So for the approval of the agenda for the public meeting, if I can get a mover and seconder, so moved by Councillor Vandermeer, W. Vandermeer, and seconded by Councillor Jennings. All in favor? That's carried. And so then I think at this moment, then we'll pass these two applications over to our junior planner. It's welcome for the first meeting. So thanks. And I'm going to pass it on to you. Thanks.
Okay, thank you very much. Good evening, council. The applicants in this zoning bylaw amendment application are seeking a rezoning of the property known as 25 Green Street from the light industrial zone to the general industrial zone to permit the operation of a heavy equipment sales or rental establishment, which is not currently permitted in the light industrial zoning designation. The subject property is located on a township road and totals approximately 1.67 hectares. And there are structures located on the property, including an office machine shop, welding shop, and 2 storage buildings. The lot coverage totals approximately 6.8%, and the zoning bylaw allows for up to 20%. The subject property is located in an area occupied by other industrial uses, and the current operations at 25 Graydon Street have been ongoing for some time. The proposed amendment complies with the township's official plan and zoning bylaws. Staff would recommend that council pass the proposed zoning bylaw amendment. No comments have been received to date from staff, agencies, or members of the public. Does council have any questions?
Do we go to the public first? If any questions? Yeah.
Sure. So you can ask.
Yeah, so do we have any questions from the public, either present or online? I see none.
There are none online.
I'm sorry?
There are no questions online.
Okay, thanks. So I'm going to go to council if there are any questions from council. Yes.
Thanks, Reed. Christian, is this the operation where they want to do work on heavier equipment?
Yes, it is.
Okay, this was brought up before, it's finally getting done. Thanks. Yeah, because there's a lot of stuff going on there already.
I believe the operations with the heavy equipment have been ongoing for some
Yeah.
time. The zoning as it stands now does not permit heavy equipment.
Right. Yeah. No, I know all about it. Thanks.
Okay, and no further questions then? Okay, back to you.
I'm not sure if the applicant is on the line, if you wanted to speak to the application or not.
Do we have, yes, I think we do have someone here, the applicant. Would you like to speak, please?
You have to unmute yourself.
I believe Ms. Cote pretty much said it all, sorry about that. That, they're looking, the proposed zoning amendment will allow them to work on the heavy equipment, and that's what they're seeking. This has been taking place for some time now, so it's just really trying to tie up the loose ends.
Okay, thank you.
So,
Do we have any questions to the applicant? Yes?
sorry, applicant, you are the owner then?
I am here with the owners. I'm acting as their agent today, but the owners are with me. So if you have any questions for the owners, please feel free.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm just curious.
Okay, thank you then. So what's the next thing then?
Is there anyone online that is objecting to the zoning bylaw amendment?
We have nothing from anyone online.
Okay,
So we can move on to the next one then?
yes,
Council doesn't have any
I think so.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
This is for Dizelle, zoning bylaw amendment ZB 22002. The applicants in this zoning bylaw amendment application are seeking a rezoning of the property. That is the subject of a consent application, being a 0.4259 hectare lot addition being severed from land holdings located at 1239 Rideau River Road to be added to lands located at 336 Dorston Lane, which is approximately 0.34 acres in size. The property at 336 Dorston Lane is zoned floodplain, which does not permit new development. The lot addition parcel would provide an opportunity for future development for the landowner at 336 Dorston Lane, should they wish to do so. The retained parcel is zoned rural and is accessed by a municipal road. The severed parcel being added to the adjacent parcel at 336 Dorston Lane is accessed by a private road. Accordingly, the decision of the Land Division Committee contained a condition that the applicant be required to rezone the lot addition parcel to limited services residential to recognize that that severed land that is being consolidated with the waterfront lot will be accessed by a private road. The proposed amendment complies with the township's official plan and zoning bylaw provisions, and staff would accordingly recommend that council pass the proposed zoning bylaw amendment. No comments have been received to date by staff, agencies, or members of the public.
Okay, thank you. Then I'm just check with all three. First of all, do we have any questions from the public that are present here tonight?
No.
Yes, Tom?
If that is approved, now will the applicant be able to put a building on it without having to go through a minor variance of any sort? If in the future they want to put a building on?
They would have to comply with the provisions of the setback requirements in the LSR zone. So they would have to comply with the interior, rear, front yard setbacks.
Yeah, but if they were within those zones, they wouldn't need a minor variance.
That is correct.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Tom. Do we have any other questions that are online from the public?
No.
Okay, thank you. Then I'm going to go to council to see if we have any questions here. I don't see any questions. And maybe, is there an applicant with us on this one?
Christine Dizelle, I am here.
Hi, Christine. Thank you.
Hi.
Would you like to speak?
I have read over the information report that was sent, and I don't know a lot about it, but what I'm reading, it seems to be fine.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, then, thank you. So if no further questions then?
No further questions. It seems very straightforward.
Yes, Chris.
I was going to say, I believe Mr. Carter's on the line. I'm not sure if he's speaking with respect.
Yeah,
to the application.
Mr.
Hello,
Carter?
hello. Yep, hello. Thank you for having me, council. And pretty much Ms. Cote covered it all. It's pretty much just to clear up that that condition on consent application B21069, and it's the report pretty much spells it out there.
Yep.
No concerns on my end.
Okay, thank you then.
No problem.
Okay, anything else then, Kristen, on this one?
Is there anyone online objecting to this zoning bylaw amendment?
I don't hear any.
No.
No,
Okay,
okay.
I believe that it's the public meeting. Maybe we'll have a motion for adjournment.
Mhm. So we'll ask for a mover and seconder, moved by Councillor Jennings and seconded by Councillor Carroll. All in favor? Okay, this public meeting is now adjourned. Thank you, everyone, for this, and thank you, Kristen, for these reports.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're going to go back to our regular meeting then. And again, if anyone on council has any disclosure of interest, you can declare it now or anytime during the meeting. And I do have a motion, which was moved by Councillor Carroll and seconded by Councillor Jennings, that the special meeting of council agenda dated July the 11th, 2022 be approved as presented. All in favor? That's carried. Thank you. Do we have any business arising from the minutes?
Special meeting, 10 minutes.
Oh, on the special meeting, okay. Oh, yes, okay. And moving on then, we don't have any delegations tonight or deputations. So we're going to move on to our first report of the municipal officers, and that's going to be yours, Ally, and that's on the receptionist administration assistant job description.
Thank you, Chair. So in front of you this evening, council, is the revised receptionist administrative assistant position. As we had discussed previously, staff was to bring forward some changes in the job description based on the requirements of the position. And it hadn't been addressed in a number of years. So you will see in front of you a marked up version of the job description that management has reviewed and discussed. And this is what we feel would best suit the needs of what we need at the front and also to address what that front position does do. It was rescored with a slight change in the pay. So this evening, we're just asking the council approve the updated job description with the updated change in wage. That way, the intent is to get it posted next week or this week, tomorrow, for a week or two. We've had a number of people already asking about the position because it's been vacant for a number of weeks, wondering when it's going to be posted. So it's a good news that there's already people interested in the position and want to apply for it. So the budget, there's full allocation, even with the minor change in wage. There's budgeted funds there because we've been down the position. Our summer student was appointed to a temporary reception administrative assistant position until we fill this. So we have savings in the summer student wages as well.
Okay, thanks, Sally. And I think that you did a very nice job of this, making it so simple and highlighting everything in red and the changes and that. So I think it's great. So I'm going to go to council if we have any questions.
Just curious, the number of hours,
Same as us, 35 hours a week.
35.
Yep.
No further questions then?
Looks good. Looks
Yeah.
good.
Um,
Moving forward.
Okay, so we do have a motion here. It was moved by Councillor Jennings and seconded by Councillor Straight. Oh, sorry.
Another.
So I need a seconder for this. Okay. This was seconded by Deputy Klaus Vandermeer, that council approved the attached receptionist administrative assistant job description, and that council approved the 2022 wage range of 21.75 to 26.36. All in favor? Okay, and that's carried. Thank you. And now we're moving on. There are no reports tonight, nor petitions, bylaws, motions, notice of motions, correspondence, action items, and information items. And we are now, before we do go in camera, I guess we'll go around the table and see if we have any questions from the public. Yes, Tom?
Bill, you haven't introduced our new junior planner.
Oh, I thought that we had before. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Kristen. So
Hi.
it's a junior plan. I thought maybe we had online or something, but anyways, sorry about that. So you're welcome. And we keep, I think we keep talking here that we have a really great team. So it's like now we're having another asset coming to the team. So thank you. Thanks, Tom. Any other questions then? Okay, and then I do have a motion. I guess online, do we have any questions online?
No, we have no questions.
Okay, and Ally, none?
I have.
Okay, so then we have a motion. I need a mover for this one. The next motion I had here, Councillor Straight, but this will be moved by Councillor Carroll. Moved by Councillor Carroll, second by Deputy Vandermeer, that this council moves into closed session as per S 239 of the Municipal Act 20/2001 in order to address one item, litigation or potential litigation, including matters before administrative tribunals affecting the municipality or local board, and advice that is subject to solicitor-client privilege, including communications necessary for that purpose, more specifically, planning tribunals. All in favor? Okay, and that's carried. Thank you. So we're going to be going in camera then in a minute.
Yeah.